Hello.
Hello.
I'm Ernie Pack.
Denny's back.
We are Packman Paranormal.
Where am I supposed to be looking with this new setup? Because I feel like I'm always like...
Look at the camera.
Right in front of my face.
Yeah. That's why I put it there. I'm smart like that.
Hey, Eric.
Hello, Eric. First want to chime in almost every week.
He's the best.
He's been very supportive since we've known him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's an awesome guy. We have been away for a while. We had some things going on.
Hi, Jessica.
Hello. We've been sick. We've had a lot of things happening, but we're back now. We got some announcements to make. Pretty exciting stuff going on for us, really.
I just want to point out that you give me the short chair and you're 6 feet tall. So I'm already shorter than you. And now I'm like a whole head shorter than you. And you gave me the squeaky chair.
You want to trade chairs?
Yes, I want to trade chairs.
Okay. Pardon us while we trade chairs.
And he didn't clean up. He didn't clean up the back.
This is her mess. She was making EAD stones.
I'm in there. Look, he wants me to get ready for these things. And then he ain't in here doing what he's supposed to be doing.
And left a mess. And now she's blaming me. Lord have mercy.
Scoot you over.
You scoot you over.
Go on.
Am I going over here?
Get over. Look, they're seeing my Marvel pants. Now y'all see we don't really get dressed up for this stuff.
I'm all decked out. I got my Hillbilly Horror Story shirt
I do
on.
too.
Thank you, Jerry, Polly, and Tracy. Ow.
That's what you get. Scoot over.
You scoot over. Now look, you got us all jacked up here.
I need a new tech guy, y'all.
We're professionals. We are professional podcast
Too cool
people.
For Banshee.
Hello, everybody that's in there.
Too cool for Banshee. Is that Joanne?
That is Joanne Stewart,
That's
I believe.
Joanne Stewart. Emma, Tim,
Hello, everybody.
Claire. It's hot here.
It is. But what was I saying before you rudely interrupted me about the chair?
I don't know. I don't listen to you.
Did anybody know what I was talking about? Anyway, I'm going to just move right along then. If you're going to be like that.
Brian, it never stops.
This is our life daily. This is not an act, folks. This is real life for us. No, we got some.
Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney. Keep sharing. Share. Share till you can't share no more.
Brad.
Jerry Polly sent us these shirts. Sent us a nice gift package
because we're going to be on Hillbilly Horror Stories this
coming week.
Yep. We're not sure what day. Said maybe Wednesday. It's Colleen from Western Australia. All right. I knew the name, but I couldn't remember who it was. So sorry about that. But I did recognize.
Yeah. She's in here every week, really.
Mm-hmm.
Or every show we
do.
Show
we do, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, since we last spoke, I have gone back to work at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. I'm doing public relations and some promotional stuff for them. There might be some more things down the road that come open for me, but I'm loving what I'm doing right now.
And y'all know that even though I haven't gone back to work at Waverly Hills Sanatorium, that he doesn't ever really know what's happening or have any clue about anything. So I'm working behind the scenes PR for Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
She's done almost as many posts and promotions so far as I have. I will give her that. But, a lot of folks don't realize that the Save Waverly Hills movement, the Save Waverly Hills page, all of the, and the group, and all of the events that we put on through Save Waverly Hills, this lady right here was it all came from her. She was the backbone of all of it. And, I get a lot of credit because You're right, Brad.
That's because we do it, Brad. We deserve the credit.
But I get a lot of credit because my face is the one that folks have seen on the news. I've been on the radio and I've been on a lot of the podcasts and making a lot of the announcements. But
I don't like to do it because I have to put on pants.
Yeah.
Well, on most
not
days.
Always. Sometimes pajamas work.
Mhm.
But we all owe her a huge thank you for everything she's done.
Well,
she's done a lot to help Tina and Charlie get back where they
I
belong.
didn't do it for any type of recognition. I was fine to stay behind the scenes. I just wanted what needed to get done. I didn't care how we got there as long as we got there.
And we did. We are. I mean, everything is falling into place.
Tim.
We did not. There were some folks. I see what you're saying, T-Dog. There were some folks that were wanting, this to be a big, we win and we conquer them, and there are no survivors. And that's not. Hello, Matt. Good to see you. That's not how it worked out. We negotiated. We got. What do you need?
I need you to finish talking because I got something to say because you talked too long.
Okay, go ahead.
T-Dog. T-Dog is my hero. I want to give him the biggest shout out ever. That man saved my life. He kept me from being
raped and murdered
in downtown Indianapolis. Y'all, I am a travel nurse. We live in Louisville, Kentucky. I work in Indianapolis. I was 2 hours from home. Got a flat tire, leaving work at 9:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night. Away, 2 hours away from my husband, no friends, no family. I have AAA, but I had no spare. I had no way to get to the hotel, no way to get back to work the next day.
Hello, George.
And Ernie called T-Dog because he knew he lived in Indianapolis. He was about 10 minutes away from me. T-Dog came out with his son close to 10:30 at night. Found me, took the tire off, brought a spare with him. It did not fit, but he loaded me into his truck, drove me another 15 miles or so to my hotel, made sure I got in there safely.
He didn't feed you.
He offered to.
He didn't feed you. I had to feed her when I got there.
He actually asked me when we were coming off the exit if I needed anything. And I said, no, I didn't, because I knew I was going to make you go to Taco Bell, which this man's kind of my hero too, because he immediately jumped in the car and started heading that way. He just knew I was going to be sitting in the parking garage for 2 hours till he got there. So he and T-Dog got me taken care of. Yes, George, T-Dog Paranormal President. I agree.
As long as I'm the emperor, George. But... No, T-Dog, he did. He bailed both of us out on that, and I can't thank him enough. I mean,
yeah, because
I was worried,
he would have lost his meal
as to what was going to happen.
He would have lost his meal ticket.
I thought I might lose my meal ticket, and it was tense moments there until T-Dog came through. But anyway,
yeah, Ernie's question was, well, is the insurance policy up to date?
Yeah, that was the first thing I asked her, if she had life insurance, because that's a pretty shady part of town.
Teamwork for Save Denise back. Ernie, you are the emperor. T-Dog, right, we do believe we are family. We think very highly of all y'all on the screen here, because all of y'all have been there.
Paranormal family in one way or another. You've
all been there for us.
Yes. But anyway, I started a new job up there. Denise is not working there, like she said. I'm not a tour guide. I'm not hosting the overnights at this time. I'm doing the public relations and some promotional work for Waverly right now.
With that being said, because I don't want to make it sound like we just came back and all of a sudden, hey, we'll let you come up here, but we're not going to let you do any of this. There are people up there that came during this time that are good people. They're good people. They're not bad at their jobs. They're not evil people that deserve to have their jobs. And it would not be right for us to come in and
say, okay, you're gone now. Yeah, it's not. It's nothing like that.
Thank you, Gary.
I'm very happy with the current situation and the way things are going. So I don't want to go in, it's like, hey, Ernie's back now, you're fired, or anything like that. I don't want it to be like that at all. We want to be one big happy family, all working toward the same thing. And that's making Waverly Hills a great place again, and doing the things that Tina and Charlie want to do with Waverly Hills.
Right.
So,
and this man's face, let's face it, is everywhere. So that's what they thought he would be best at, was putting him in front of all the cameras and using his mouth.
Because I'm so damn handsome.
They're paying him to use his mouth, folks.
It's this handsome face.
It's about time he got paid
all
for this mess, because the Lord knows he does it enough.
It's all this. But anyway.
Claire. No matter what people say, what has he heard?
Who?
He says you guys are the best no matter what people say.
Who said something? Who said, Claire, who said something? Tell me email me, text me, let me know who said something. We'll find them. I'll go
Carrie
Liam
says
Neeson.
She's just north of Indy, so
there you go. There's your next backup. Next time you have a flat tire, I'm calling Carrie. I'm not going to bother you.
I'm hoping that don't happen again, y'all. I've been working up there for over a year, and I've been pretty good so far. So
I've only had to come and rescue you in a blizzard.
I had to have a Whopper.
No, it was a chicken.
Oh yeah,
a spicy chicken.
Jeremy used to pay. Yeah, Jeremy, and let me tell you, they're not paying him enough to use it as much as he uses it. I'm telling you, if they paid him by the hour,
they paid me by the word. Think about it. I'd be loaded.
Anybody that knows you knows that's the truth. Look at my makeup. Why do I look like this? Look, I got like. I don't even know
what'd you do?
I don't even know what's going on with that.
My makeup doesn't look like that. I look amazing. But anyway, something that we have been asked a lot is when we're coming back to do the overnights, when we're going to be giving tours again. Can't tell you when or even if that's going to happen. Certainly not. I can't tell you if it's going to happen this year. I think it is going to happen
eventually,
sooner rather than later. But
with that being said, too, let me just inject this here. Okay, interject that here.
Yeah, that's the word.
I gotta use the correct English.
Yeah.
Ernie's a whole lot more available than I am, because a lot of you that are reaching out for us to do tours, we've told you that if you really want us and we can swing it,
and we can afford it, we can fit it in the schedule.
We'll go with you. But even when or if Ernie gets put back on tours at some time, there's no guarantee I'm going to be with him, because I'm still the
primary breadwinner,
sole provider, and work 3 days a week out of town. Don't you give me that look. Yeah, you are a trophy husband and you know it.
Well, again.
But I'll be there when I can. So
Heather, we miss being there.
We do miss it. We miss it a lot. It does get exhausting too, though. So
yeah. I hate it when folks I know are going to be there, and well, we'll see what happens, Eric. Maybe things will change by the time your overnight rolls around. Who knows?
Eric, you can send us or send Ernie or myself, either one, a text of what night that is, and if they don't change that for you and let you have us, if one of us is available, we might be able to make that.
Pay our way and come on up and join you guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, what?
I'm your sugar mama. Yeah, he's my splendid daddy.
Anyway, what was I talking about before you slandered me?
You keep asking me that. I don't listen.
Well, you keep butting in when I'm trying to say words.
Because you take way too long to get where you're going with the point.
Milk. So anyway, with all that being said about us being there, we do have a couple of special events that we're going to be a part of at Waverly. There's
always Jeremy, you just see what is made for TV here. You ought to be behind the scenes. Just saying. Hiring.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, we got a couple of events coming up. One we're going to be doing with Char. A lot of you know Charvinity, Charlotte Savoy. Her and Greg Bakken are going to be in town, and we're going to be doing an event on a Saturday afternoon with them.
Saturday day, all day. It's not just
it's an all-day event until
like 9 to 5 or something.
9 to 5, 9 to 5:30. Yeah,
those will be the advertisements will be coming out.
Yeah, we'll be putting out more details on that in the next week or two. But that's going to be a fun event where
June
you're
3rd.
gonna, yeah,
June 3rd.
yep, gonna be June 3rd. That's what's everything is penciled in right now. So don't hold us to any of this because it's
If
all
you're-
just penciled in. We
if
just got
you're
it
needing to
in the books tonight.
reserve the dates, you know, you can kind of pencil in June 3rd, but we're still hashing all of this out.
Yeah, save the dates though. June 3rd is the first one, and then June the 7th.
For
is-
those of you requesting us for tour guides, since we haven't been put back on the tour guide schedule, they're getting what's it called?
An all access pass with the Packman Paranormal Experience at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Denise and I will be your hosts and your guides for the night.
Pizza,
And-
get extra time. It'll run longer than a typical private overnight, and we're
Yeah.
going to serve pizza too.
So
So anybody that wants to get on the pack, you know, tour that hasn't got an overnight that we can attend and wants to go with us, June 7th, and there will be others of those. I'll let you know.
we've got more dates lined up for that as well. And this is part of how I'm getting paid at Waverly, is hosting things like this. So I want them to be successful so that I can help pay for her some new pajamas to wear on our podcast.
I need new
And-
shoes is what I need. My
Hello,
Thor,
Nick.
My Thor
Hello.
slippers are getting wore.
I can't see the people in the chat. With your
That's Nick
leg
and
in the
Courtney
way.
and Irene.
Well,
You just said hi to Nick. We've been talking to the other folks. I'm showing them my
they've seen your Thor
cape
slippers.
on my Thor slippers.
Anyway, Lord help us. Irene is going to come from Tokyo to do the Pac-Man Paranormal Experience. Aren't you, Irene?
Irene, are you sure you want to spend that money for that?
She will. She'll do it. I'm worth it. But those are two of the things that we got planned so far. And like I said, we're going to be announcing more as we get them ironed out. We got a lot of other things going on.
Jeremy got to see my chicken socks.
Yeah, he did 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, yeah. Was it 2 nights ago? Was it that far
I
ago?
think it was 2 nights ago. Yeah.
Hmm.
Remember you lost today because you were
Oh yeah, I've been on cough
on
syrup.
cough syrup. Yeah. But things on the hill. I mean, I've had the chance to walk around inside the building and feel it. Been in there by myself, shooting some promo stuff, and the energy inside there. You know, we talk about that as paranormal investigators, how you can feel a heaviness or a sadness or whatever. The energy at Waverly, when we went up there for our celebration a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
you could tell right off. I mean, we walked into the lobby, which has always been a place that we say is the heaviest and darkest part of the building. We all, Todd, Leanne,
It's
SQ,
light.
they both were there with us.
It was so light and welcoming.
Yeah,
A very
is.
big change.
I think, someone mentioned in the chat earlier that the spirits are sad that we're not there. When we were there that day, you could tell they were happy we were back.
They were celebrating with us.
And every time I've been in there since, I was up there today. I mean, it's just a happy feeling in the building. Everybody that's working there now, I've told you there's been a lot of turnover. A lot of the folks that were there during all the controversy and stuff are no longer there. And the folks that are there now all have the same smile on their face. And it's a very welcoming environment. And that's something we didn't feel when we were working there a couple years ago, but that's behind us now. And we're just looking forward. And I don't know. I'm excited about the future at Waverly.
I have to get another planner to keep up with him because he got another job.
Yeah.
So, if y'all call him on any given day and ask him what he's doing,
I'll have to check
know.
with.
He don't
just-
know.
But don't call Denise.
Don't call me because I won't answer the phone.
Right. Autumn is asking, when will the spots be available for the June 7th event? We're hoping to have that flyer up within a week or two.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to put the tickets out. They'll be available on Eventbrite. We'll have a ticket link that we'll post on Packman Paranormal. You'll be able to find it
We'll
on.
post it on SafeWare. We'll post it to our usual platforms because we just
Plus, it'll be available. You
Yeah.
can get the tickets through the Waverly Hills website as well,
Yeah.
therealwaverlyhills.com.
right.
So
But we'll make sure everybody knows when all of these are available. We'll post them and share them as much as we can, because we're only going to, for that June 7th spot, we're only going to do 50 tickets. Nick, June 7th, Ernie and I are doing an all access experience at Waverly, where we're going to be the guides for the night. We're going to
pizza,
extra time.
Extra time. We'll get to
and Autumn. June 7th is the first of 4 that we have.
Yeah, we're going to do 4 events like this.
Yeah.
And Pikachu underwear. I don't need Pikachu underwear, Irene. But
you're welcome.
We're just looking forward to all these things coming up. A lot of exciting news for us here in the last few weeks. We got things, all ironed out with Waverly Hills. The battle is over. That's been over for a little while now. We just couldn't make an announcement.
Now we're just trying to dust things off and smooth them out so we can try to figure out how to coexist.
We got to mend all the fences and shake hands and say good game and let's move forward as one team. And that's what we're doing. Also, Denise and I are in the process, still going through the FHA hurdles of getting a house that happens to be, if you Google that house, the name of that house.
You always say that, but you don't reiterate the fact.
I haven't, you didn't ever let me get to that
because he gives you all these details and then at the end says, but if you Google the Ditto House Inn, what comes up is not our house. It's the house 2 doors down from it. But they are connected. We're owned
and they're interchanged online a lot of times with the same addresses and things like that.
Our house is the blue one. It is 204 Elm Street, West Point, Kentucky. It is called the Ditto House Inn, but the house that comes up is the Ditto Lansdale House. Lansdale House. But they're labeled as the most haunted house. One of them. I'm not sure which one of the 2. Most haunted house in Kentucky.
Right. But our house, when we walked through with the realtor, we walked 10 feet in the door, felt the energy of it. Denise saw someone at the top of the steps, and we said, we'll take it. We were 10 feet from the front door.
There was it was a skinny union officer at the top of the stairs. He was actually kind of standing, because I was talking to the homeowner, and he was kind of standing off, like there's a little extra hallway. I don't know how to describe it. A landing and then an opening with a little hallway. And he was in the little hallway, kind of where you could barely see him. And as I talked to her, he kind of stepped out on the landing and put his hand on the banister and was standing there watching us talk. So
yeah, it was.
I was like, yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah. So we're really looking forward to getting moved in there. Hopefully we'll be moved in there by the end of April or something like that.
Yeah, Brian, they were saying buy. So we were ready before I even got, I was ready to buy when I saw it online. I woke him up at 3 a.m. I was like, oh my God, get up. I was ready to buy it right there, sight unseen.
Yeah. Never mind. I was trying to sleep, she didn't care. But we got that coming up. I mean, we've been invited to do so many things this year. The big Paracon they're having in New Orleans, we've been invited to that
for guest speakers, but
we've been invited to several.
I mean, we want to. We would really like to come to the Fear Fest Paracon, but I really don't see how that's feasible because number one, that's the last weekend of the haunt if Waverly needs us. Number 2, we spend Halloween in Salem Witches Circle every year, and we would be going immediately from New Orleans all the way to Salem,
Massachusetts.
And even if we were to fly, we have he'll be 17 Tuesday, 17-year-old son that goes to Salem with us, and I don't think he's going to want to come to a Paracon and
sit around and watch us
New Orleans
up on stage talking to people.
And there's no way to, it would be not financially feasible to swing back by here and pick him up and then try to drive, even if we wanted to drive. It's too much. Like, we've got to know our limits.
Yeah. And, you take that and then you just throw in all of the other invitations that people have, they're like, hey, we're going to be at Ashmore on such and such date. We'd love for you guys to join us. We're going to be at this
I mean,
place or
we-
that place, Brushy or wherever.
We
and we're
love
like,
all y'all and wish we could go
I
to
hate
all
to turn
of
down
them, but we
anybody
just
because I mean,
can't.
a lot of the folks that we talk to on the regular that are here on the screen right now, a lot of you we've never met, and I really want to meet all of you eventually, but we just can't. We can't do it.
And-
And with me starting this new job with Waverly, I'm not sure exactly what all of my obligations are going to be
Yeah.
on that because that job's constantly evolving and my
Well,
responsibilities might grow. And
also with me being a travel nurse, my contracts are 13 weeks. I know I'm in Indianapolis till mid-May. I don't know if they'll re-sign me or if I'll end up in another state. And we have a 17-year-old son that lives here, and we've got 4 daughters that live in a different state. They're all in Tennessee. One's in Knoxville, one's in Hendersonville, one's in Goodlettsville, and one's in Nashville. Those are all like there's 3 hours in between
Knoxville
and the rest of them. Yeah. So we're traveling to see children, and we got 5 grandkids in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. So
Irene did not listen to a word I just said. Well, you can come to Japan and visit me.
It's kind of a long trip over there, Irene.
It's a long way. Yeah. And I bet my son would have a good time over there with your kids. He likes the Asian culture a lot.
My daughters do too.
Anime and
I've got
well, not anime so much, but the cartoonish type things that they.
I've got
anime.
2 daughters that speak. They like all the Asian. I guess they would all be considered Asian languages: Korean,
Chinese,
Mandarin. I can't remember what all they speak, but they have I have 2 daughters that speak like 4 or 5 languages.
Yeah,
my kids are overachievers.
They're way. I don't know where they got the brain.
They're all musically inclined too.
Yeah, I don't know where they got their brain, but whatever. But yeah, send your kids to visit me. But anyway, there's just so much that's out in front of us right now. We're very excited about all of it. All of the hard times and struggle over the past year and a half or so to make things right at Waverly are behind us right now. Now we're just trying to build for the future and then focus again on Packman Paranormal, on our own events, our own investigations or travels. And
Brad,
it's a big relief.
On the privates, not so much, I don't think. On the publics, they're a little stricter with it just because there are other people there, and it's more of a respect for the other guests because they don't want a child that's going to be scared and making a scene or whatever.
Disrupting the other guests.
But on a private, you can pretty much bring, I don't even think there's really an age limit on a private as long as they're accompanied by parents or an adult.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you can check. I mean, a lot of the rules have changed since I was last there, Brad, and I'm not familiar with all of them yet. I'm having to ask questions every day.
We're
about
trying
how we're doing things now.
Because we're things that we were given answers to before, not necessarily the right answers now.
Right.
So.
Right. And before, at least the last time I was there, under the old regime, I was given a lot more freedom to say yes to things that maybe I necessarily should not have had that freedom. And right now I don't have that freedom. So I can't tell you for sure the answers to everything yet, but I'm going to learn everything I need to know, and I'll be able to answer any questions you guys have within the next month or so. But anyway, I don't know. We didn't have a plan for a show tonight. We wanted to come on here and we wanted to give you guys an update on where things are.
We weren't even sure we were going to be well enough to be on here. I mean, I was off for a month, and wouldn't you know, for a month I was fine, and I went back to work on a Thursday, and by Tuesday night I thought I was dying. Wednesday I felt feverish and achy and drove my sick butt to work on Thursday of last week. They
had a blowout.
They sit not in my pants.
Did I say in your pants?
You said blowout. I take that to mean you pooped yourself. I did not poop myself.
What is wrong with you? People, when a normal person hears blowout, they think of a tire.
I don't. I think of butts. Anyway, Thursday, I left work like 4 hours early And then the blowout was this past week. I'm talking about the first week I went to work. Thursday, I went sick. I left 4 hours early. I tried to go back Friday. I was there for 30 minutes. They sent me home. And then by the time I went back to work for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is when I had the blowout, I was still working sick. Y'all can still hear anybody
Was it in your pants?
Mm,
I just taking your cue on that.
anybody that's used to hearing me talk knows my voice still sounds a little off. So
yeah, it's.
I almost lost my voice. He was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to talk to him.
No, I was hopeful that you were not going to be able.
He was afraid that I wouldn't be able to tell him what he needed to do for the day, because if I would have lost my voice, he would have been lost.
Whatever. I would have. I could have gone to Google
You're
Maps.
welcome, Nick.
She ruins a lot of people, Nick. Nick, you were a nice, innocent young man not long ago. Now, look at you.
Alexis says it's the healthcare mindset. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. All right.
You say blowout, I think poop.
Hey,
Because, you know, in the hospital, when somebody says, my patient had a blowout, you're like, oh, code brown, let's go. Let's do this. It's a code brown.
You all are weird. Well, I was going to say something, but now I got something else in my head that is disturbing. Brian and Jeremy say we need a TV show. If you are a TV producer who would like to sign us to a TV contract, contact my secretary, Denise, because I don't know if I'm available for that. Right?
Right. You don't know.
Okay. No, I mean, if you look at our freaking TikTok page, you know, it's the Packman Paranormal TikTok page. We haven't put anything up on there for a while. With all the Save Waverly stuff and everything that's been going on over the last little bit, we've kind of gotten away from doing much with anything.
I need an assistant. I'm his assistant, and I need an assistant to keep up with him. I'm telling you, it's a full-time job. They don't pay me for this crap.
That's because I'm a very busy man.
You're a busy man, all right, but just in the fact that you keep me busy, because you're just all over the place always. I'm just like, let me rest. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm doing the laundry. I'm doing the dishes. He want me to go cook something, you know, biscuits and gravy and crap.
Yeah. When's the last time that actually happened?
Never, not for a while, because you know what? I ain't got no time to be making no biscuits and gravy. I got other crap I got to do.
Okay. All right. Gosh.
Not to mention you could lose a few pounds, everybody, because you've done.
Oh, okay, Miss Sassy Pants. I've lost 8 pounds.
I have lost 8 pounds in 2 days. Mm-hmm.
Probably because of the blowout.
Maybe.
That's probably what it was.
Just need to take a big dump and I'll lose another 3.
I'm sorry for any of you out there that, you know, thought that you weren't going to have to hear stuff like that. I'm sorry. We try to keep it above board, but there goes Denise. You know, she just goes right down the tubes with the show every week.
What?
So, let's talk. You want to talk about your latest batch of these?
Why do you want to talk about my latest batch of EAD stones for? They all know I make EAD stones.
Well, some of these folks might not know that we actually have.
Thanks, Ron. I am the entertainer of the group, because you just sit there and look pretty.
Anyway, for any of you who have heard about the EAD stones that Denise created for a specific entity that we were dealing with in the lobby at Waverly Hills, that was a negative, dark force. That's as strong as I'll put it.
It was not demonic.
Right.
It's not demonic.
Courtney, don't encourage her about this farm thing.
I've got to go coming. Hannah's over here somewhere. Hannah.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Denise makes these with brick dust from haunted locations. Some of them are from Waverly Hills. Some of them are from like the Ross Opera House.
Heather carried hers this last weekend at Waverly.
Good deal. they come from various haunted locations that we visited, and we don't steal these. We are given them.
Right. Given the bricks, we ask for them.
And anyway, there's a lot of different ingredients that go into them. They were made for protection, but we've come to find out they have a lot more properties to them. And people ask for them all the time. And Denise hates it when I tell people that she makes them because people want them when they find out.
You know why I hate it when you tell people I make them? Add something else to my list. Just come on. Let's just. Denise has 2 or 3 lines on here. She hadn't wrote nothing on yet. Let's add something else to her list.
You got 15 planners.
Because I have to.
Well,
how do I keep up with everything?
Why, it would be
They're
a
color
waste.
coded. They're color coded.
They are color coded, and the pens match.
But where's my pen pack? Where's my pen
Here's
pack?
this.
Yeah, that's one. You need to find a pen pack. Look how many
Pen
pens.
pack's probably over there
It's
next
over
to you.
there. It's over there on that thing. They gotta see how
Good
many
Lord.
pens I got to carry.
Yeah, because of all the colors that she codes.
Y'all.
A normal human, if you ask, do you have a pen? They're like, sure, I've got a pen. Denise, that's her. But anyway, we're gonna have those at the events that we have. Anytime that we're at a Paracon or anything like that, we have a booth. We have those. We'll probably have some other things available by the time we get around to these events that are coming up that we announced. I don't know exactly what, but we've talked about a lot of different things that we're going to try to put together.
It just depends on how much time Denise has to put something together.
Check your planner.
My planner's up there.
I thought you were organized. You
I am. I know where everything is at.
Notebooks.
I know where everything is at. You worry about yourself. Worry about your own self. Worry about
All right.
yourself.
Okay, fine. Anyway, those things are going to be available. And we are.
What?
The look on your face when I'm just trying to be nice. But we found out that those things not only work as protection stones for.
Did you just have a stroke?
You keep interrupting me when I'm trying to talk, and then you play it off like, oh, he just had a stroke.
I thought you just had a stroke.
You just interrupted me.
I thought you had a stroke.
Anyway, the EAD stones, folks, they work, and they do more than just protection from attachments and things like that. They've helped people with physical problems. They've helped people with financial problems. They've helped people with
EAD. You want to tell everybody what the EAD stands for?
No, that's your thing. Go ahead.
You tell them. You brought it up. You wanted to show all the stones. Go on. Tell them what the EAD stands for, darling.
My lovely wife's favorite phrase is eat a dick. And so that was her message to this entity that had attacked several people in the lobby at Waverly. So she called the stones the EAD stone. And anyway, you can contact us at Packman Paranormal, and we'll tell you how you can get one. And we'll get it sent out to you as soon as we can. And Brad said, did it work for the blowout? You didn't have your EAD stone on you, did you?
I don't carry the EAD stone because they're all part of me, basically, because my magic goes into them. So I don't really have to carry one because it's part of who I am that's in every one of those stones, I guess. Makes sense.
See, I was doing good at selling them until you said that.
Well, see, now I don't have to make as many.
Anyway.
Jeremy, I just put brick dust on there because so many of them
they come from different locations.
It might have brick dust from.
I think you got one of the first generation ones that was the original Waverly batch.
Waverly Hills. Hey, there's the Todd, but yours might have a little bit of Waverly Hills and Octagon Hall in it. So
yeah, there's one of them that has both. One batch has both. But anyway, I don't know. Folks have been asking, what places we might be investigating this year and everything. We have absolutely nothing planned.
Because we're freaking busy.
Because we have so many other things going on. And with my new job at Waverly and
the new house
and everything coming up, we're going to be stressed to find any time for anything. And a lot of folks have also asked about our house, about investigating our house. You want to tell them what we're planning as far as the Facebook page and things like that?
We're going to start a Facebook page when we get into the house. And just keep y'all updated about happenings at the house, any activity we get, any investigating we do, just
Just updates.
renovations.
Whatever.
There may come a time that we decide to let someone come investigate, but as of right now, that is not the plan. Like I said, we have a 17-year-old son that lives with us. I respect his privacy. I respect his space. He doesn't want a bunch of people he doesn't know. He's got anxiety. I've got anxiety, but I can pretty much do what I need to do. But he's got severe anxiety as well, and I just don't want to encroach on his territory.
Right.
So that may change in the future. He is 17. He's not going to be at home forever, but
as of right now, we don't plan to open it up to investigations. I mean, there will surely be some times when we'll have the Todd and Leanne up and do an investigation.
We may say, hey, we're having a cookout this weekend. We know some of our closest
come and hang
friends.
Out. We'll investigate and for a couple of hours anyway. I mean, I'm going to kick you out at 2 a.m. or whatever, so go to sleep. But we'll definitely.
We'll let all of y'all kind of have a go at it.
Have a shot at it.
A shot. They're going to have a shot.
A shot.
They're going to let you have a shot.
I had a stroke. I did have a stroke that time. I did. I said shot. But what's?
It's only about 15 minutes from where we're at now, Courtney.
Yeah.
Irene keeps saying she's going to cook for you. She does not know that you are not going to eat anything that she's going to cook.
If she does that hibachi grill stuff.
It can't have any vegetables. It can't have any type of weird meat in it. It has to be just like steak.
Yeah.
Steak
if she could do that,
potatoes.
That Fuji grill stuff where they spin the egg on the spatula.
But you don't eat those Fuji vegetables.
I eat the mushrooms.
That's about it.
Rice. That's a vegetable, right?
No.
It's not. What is it?
It's a grain.
Close enough. Comes from a weed, right? I don't know. That's a vegetable to me. But anyway, yeah. I don't know if she can.
Hannah said she'd pitch hey, Hannah, go. Yeah.
Hannah used to be a friend of mine, and then Denise discovered that she had pygmy goats, and had a pregnant pygmy goat, and Hannah and I are no longer friends. I'm just saying, because now.
Hannah, how much longer before it's weaned?
Anyway, that's it. Gosh. Do you have anything you want to say? You're letting me just ramble here and just interjecting and interrupting.
I've been interrupting you and saying what I needed to say because that's the only way I can usually say anything is interrupt you.
Okay. How many of you, let's just over here in the chat, how many of you folks would be interested in coming to Waverly Hills for a special event? Oh, Lord. You read that, and then I'll finish talking here. For a special event like the All Access experience at Waverly. How many of you guys would like to?
We can do that, Nick.
Would like to do that. What did he say?
I'll tell you later because you just.
It's in the show.
He's wanting us to review one of his Nick files for Waverly to make sure he's got the history correct.
Sure. Yeah. Be more than happy to.
Oh, good, Hannah. That means that maybe by the time the house is ready, I can just get it and take it straight to the house.
All right. See there, I think that we could sell 5 tickets. We can sell 5 tickets.
All right, then.
Tell me we're not.
Brian said he'd come.
6.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we might be able to make this. For some reason, they're kind of promoting us a little bit as talent, and I was like, I don't know why.
Again.
I will tell y'all because there's going to be, we're still batting it around, like Ernie said. It's all penciled in right now, but typically to do your private overnight, it's like $110 a person now. It's going to be a little bit more than that. We didn't want to increase the price because we feel like most of these people are our friends. And we didn't want to increase the price, but because we're going to do, more time in the building, we're going to be serving pizza. It's going to be a little bit more than that. So I just wanted to prepare you for that. So
Are the special Pac-Man nights okay for a 12, almost 13-year-old? I believe they will be. I'll find out for sure
I mean,
in
as
the
far
next
as
day or two. Before we put the flyer out,
right,
we'll have, when we get the flyer out, we'll have all the details on that. I'll talk to them about that. I would treat it like a private overnight to where,
I mean, we're okay with it. It just depends on what Waverly's
as long
rules
as it's
are.
within their rules, then we don't have a problem with it, definitely. So
Jeremy, there'll be others besides June 7th. I know that's the first of 4. So, but we right now none of it's set in stone. So we don't want to name all 4 dates yet till we're for sure.
right. But if anybody else has any questions over here, feel free to fire them at us. You all know how we are. We do as much reading the chat and responding to it as we do providing our own content. So just ask away over in the chat if you'd like to. I will tell you these Pac-Man experience things that we're putting together. We're going to do our best to make sure that we feel good about giving you your money's worth.
Right.
Because when I was talking to them earlier about this, I was giving them some price points and they were like, no, you need to charge more. And a lot of you and a lot of the folks that'll be buying tickets for this have helped us out with the Save Waverly Hills campaign. You've been supporters of Packman Paranormal since before there was a Save Waverly Hills campaign to be run. And we wanted to give back to you guys in some way, but it's not feasible we don't have a pile of money sitting there where we can say, okay, here, we're paying for the building, we're paying for food, and everybody go have fun.
Right.
We got
to pay for your entertainment too.
Yeah. So anyway, that's
her kid likes our tattoos.
Well, does she know about does she know the story of the 502 tattoos?
That's how we met. That spirit brought us together.
And that's why we got the tattoos. So there's a big story behind that.
Jeremy,
blowing out the biscuit.
You get us a crew to follow us around and we'll do it. That's part of the problem. We've had a lot of people tell us that we need to have a reality show, but we are not tech savvy. We don't have a camera crew, and we certainly can't find somebody who wants to walk around behind us for.
Not with you having blowouts. Nobody wants to walk around behind you. Think about it. But there's Todd with his
1004.
1004.
Ain't that right?
Todd and his 1004. That's my brother, Todd Eskew. But anyway, where are we going with this?
I don't know. You said something about blowouts, and I was thinking, do we really want to tell them how I know you're awake in the morning?
No, we don't need to talk about that. Terry Sinek, my new position at Waverly right now is public relations and promotions. And you know me well enough to know that I can talk. So I think that's what they saw, and that's the position they got me in for right now, and I'm loving it. What is Heather talking about? You mean son?
Oh. Todd is your son.
No, he's not my son. Todd Eskew has been spreading that, and I think with the help of.
Okay, for those that don't know, we were on a tour.
Hannah, stay out of it.
We were on a tour one night, and somebody came up to Todd after the tour and said, "How does it feel working with your father?" He thought that Ernie was Todd's father. So then it gets even better. We go on vacation about a month or so later, and we're stopping in a hotel on the way back. I know a lot of you have heard this story, but it never gets old. I take pleasure in telling it. We stop at a hotel on the way back, and Todd's room ends up being just a little bit more than Ernie's. So I wasn't in there. I wasn't present for that conversation. How did that conversation go exactly when yours was less?
Okay. First off, she neglected to mention that the girl behind the counter was obviously a crackhead or something. because she wasn't right in her head. But anyway, Todd and I both asked for the same kind of room, king size, 2 adults. Boom. Todd gets one, I get one. She slides the keys up there. She slides the paperwork across the table. Todd is signing his. I look over at the price on his, and then I look at the price on mine, and mine's like $24 cheaper than Todd's. And I said, how come his is so much more than mine? And this deranged woman says, because you're old.
You got the senior citizen discount. So anyway, me and Leanne are sitting in the car waiting for them to come out to the car, and Todd walks out first, and he's just rolling, like crying, laughing, and we're like, what's going on? So Todd tells me and Leanne, of course, we have to stand there and laugh for a minute. So we grab our little willy bags and go in, waiting for them to unload the truck because there was a lot of stuff to unload. And Leanne and I are standing in the lobby, and the girl behind the counter looks at us and says, I don't think your dad thought that joke was very funny.
That's this lady that needs to be in an institution somewhere that I was talking about. And that was it was a culmination of a series of things where I was being slandered. We had some YouTubers at Waverly in 2021. And one of the guys puts out a video, and I've told this story before too, but I'll tell it again. Had some YouTubers there. And the one guy puts out a video. He had a great experience, had a great tour, and he talks just glowingly about how great his tour guide was. And then he gets to a certain point in his introduction to his video where he says, this guide was a guy who's been there for a long time. He used to sneak in there as a kid. I don't think there's anything about his story that didn't make sense to me. It all made perfect sense. And he's a very believable guy, honest guy, great guy, very friendly.
Get to the point.
I'm saying all the good things before I get to the point. I'm going to say it was 60s, mid 60s, maybe. So, if you happen to know who this guy is that I'm talking about, smash that unsubscribe button and the thumbs down on his page. 60s, mid 60s. Give me a break.
I can see it.
No way. But anyway, so after that, everybody at Waverly, Lisa Witt over here in the chat, other people over here in the chat, start calling me the wise old man of Waverly, Grandpa Waverly. Lisa Witt threatened to make a t-shirt for me that said Grandpa Waverly with a skeleton like leading a tour or something. I don't know. But I'm not that old. Really, am I?
No, you're not old at all.
I'm not.
No, not at all.
I'm not that much older than you are, woman. Just saying. That's not that much.
You robbed the cradle.
No, I did not rob the cradle. Anyway. No, Eric, it would not make an awesome t-shirt. And thank you, Claire.
Holding a tray of biscuits.
No, Lisa. You got me the Will Dance for Biscuits shirt. That was enough.
Darby, my daughter, always pulls up the picture. Y'all follow what's his name? Jeff Durham. What's his name? The comedian
Jeff Dunham, the guy with the puppets.
She always pulls up Walter, the crouchy old man with the bald head and the bushy gray eyebrows. She always says this looks like Ernie.
I look nothing like that.
Oh, do you want to tell them that for anybody that missed the tragedy that happened with Ernie the Roach? You probably need to tell them about Ernie the Roach.
So you can tell them about Ernie the Roach, since this is where you get so much joy. Go right ahead.
He got a belated Christmas present for Valentine's Day from his favorite stepdaughter, Darby.
Not even in my top 3.
She went to the Knoxville Zoo and donated money and named a Madagascar hissing cockroach, Ernie, after her stepfather in his dishonor. I think the certificate said in the dishonor. And Ernie met a tragic end after like 2 weeks. He got fed to some of the other animals. So then we got like a death certificate that said he led a good life, a short but good life. So he was devastated because he never got to meet Ernie, the roach.
Yeah. How long we've been married? 46 years.
It feels like it.
That's something that is funny that a lot of people they cannot believe that we've only been together since as a couple since 2020.
January 31st, 2020.
Well, actually 2021's when we became a couple.
No, that's when we got married, was 2021. We became an official couple January 31st, 2020.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you didn't.
I had a stroke.
We met June 20th, 2019. We became a couple January 31st, 2020. We moved in together February the 11th, 2020. We got engaged November 14th of 2020 and married January 15th of 2021. You don't know all those dates, do you? Obviously not.
There was a time when I did. There was a time.
Papa Roach.
Todd, go to bed, Todd.
Was the Roach in his 60s too?
Brad, see, it doesn't help when I got people over here in the chat that are supposed to be my brothers, my friends.
They're my brothers too. They're just taking up for their sister. Lisa remembers me bringing you fudge.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeremy. Ernie's old enough he can't remember dates anymore.
Well, I mean, I've earned the right to forget shit. That's how I look at it.
420.
I hear you, you pothead. Lisa, tell the truth. What you might not know about that fudge, and remember, you ate almost all the dang Oreo balls, but did not everyone at Waverly kind of start thinking, "Oh, I really like Denise. I really like Denise."
They all fell
after
in love
that
with
fudge.
Me. They all fell in love with me.
We were all bewitched by her. That fudge had special ingredients in it. You want to talk about that, any?
You've said enough.
You all know she's a witch, and she's a real practicing witch. I mean, her altar is right here. She really is a witch. She made this fudge.
My athame's sitting right there if you want to show it. My athame for rituals.
Yeah. It's sharp as hell too, boy. But
that's why you need to stay in line, boy.
I know how to use this too.
You gotta go sleep sometime.
But she put something in this fudge, brought it up to Waverly. Tina, me, everybody that was up there that night started eating the fudge. And the next night, I think that was a Friday night, wasn't it? It was either the next night or the next weekend.
That would have been on one of the publics, so it had to have been a Friday night.
Yeah. So the Saturday night,
no, Jeremy,
we go back up there.
That's a cup. Ernie was supposed to clean up this place back here, and he never did. That's just a. I've got a mess back here right now because we haven't cleaned anything for a while because I'm thinking we're going to be starting to put stuff in boxes. So I don't want to put all this crap up to pull it back out again.
Right. So the next night I get back to Waverly and everybody's like, I just love Denise. Denise is awesome. Denise is awesome. Courtney, yeah. Hush, Courtney. No.
We're going to have a pig eventually. I had pigs.
She put the love spell in the. I'm just gonna talk over you. She put the love spell in the.
He had a stroke. Thank you, Lisa. We might. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Fine. She put the love spell in the fudge, and everybody at Waverly that had some that night fell in love with Denise, and I'm very aggravated about it. But anyway, we've been on here for an hour now. We're kind of like Seinfeld, the show about nothing. This has been
Love Potion number 9. Not exactly.
it was something you got that from some big highfalutin witch down in Nashville, didn't you?
Got it from a high priestess in Nashville.
Yeah. She still got that vial around here somewhere.
Jeremy, please do, and we'll be praying for you and thinking about you too. He's got his eye surgery tomorrow.
Yeah. Everybody send some positive energy out to our brother Jeremy York. He's having another surgery after that accident he had last year.
Yeah, Carla, he was, including him. He was smitten.
It worked. Somebody's breaking into our house, and our attack dog is going to get them unless they have a taco.
What is he barking at?
I thought I heard somebody at the door. Seriously.
Did James order something?
I don't know if he did or not. I really don't know. But anyway, I guess it's about time to wrap it up.
Yep.
We're going to come up with something to talk about next week besides how old I am. And I'm not going to say how old I am. You guys, what? I'm 5 years older than Denise, and she says she's 29. So that makes me...
Hillbilly Horror Stories, Jeremy. He wasn't here.
Hillbilly Horror Stories.
We're going to be on there. We pre-recorded Thursday. He said he thinks it'll air Wednesday, but he's not sure. It'll be sometime this week. Where does it air at? Do you know where it airs at?
I know it's on the radio and on a lot of podcast platforms. You can follow the Hillbilly Horror Stories group. Jerry
Facebook.
Polly is his name, and find out where it airs. But yeah, if we get that information from Jerry, we'll be sure to put it out on our page also too. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. We appreciate everybody chiming in. Thank you all for keeping the conversation going over here in the chat, because as always, we didn't have anything to talk about.
Brian, I put non-slip stuff in the shower because I was worried about him. Your guinea pigs are calling for you.
Anyway, we love you all.
See all of y'all saying good night.
Hit
Good
the
night
end
to
broadcast
all of ya.
button over there.
Love
You all
y'all.
take care. We'll see you soon.
And